Feelings Cup, I'm on Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, and I'm going to be using the Winged Dragon of Ra. So I've never really used Ra before. I've always used Obelisk more and sometimes Slifer, but Ra not really. So yeah, I'm using a deck based on Team Samurai X1's Winged Dragon of Ra deck with some changes, of course. So I use Ash Blossom here, and yeah, I was against KASHTIRA with the Winged Dragon of Ra. So yeah, the Winged Dragon of Ra versus the best deck in Master Duel. So my opponent's activating all these effects. Keep in mind, yeah, I'm pretty new to the Winged Dragon of Ra. So if there's some stuff I could have done better, just know that, yeah, I'm pretty new to Ra. But I'm very interested. Ra has a lot of support, and that's because the monster itself, Ra, is just very nerfed, like, compared to what, Ra can do. Just really weak compared to Slifer and Obelisk. So it's good that it has a lot of support. But yeah, so my opponent's doing all this KASHTIRA stuff. XC summoned, another one, weird. Then XC summoned into KASHTIRA, Arise Heart. And yeah, so so I got the True Sun God, which I was very happy about. Now I did this to see if my opponent had Ash Blossom, but I don't think my opponent wanted to use Ash Blossom now or not, but doesn't matter. So my opponent did that, then I activated the True Sun God, got the Winged Dragon of Ra, and then I played Soul Crossing, got rid of those free monsters to summon the Winged Dragon of Ra. And then here, I had to use my effect because, how am I going to get attack without, paying life points? So I usually use that other card where if you tribute summon Ra, you can gain attack equal to the monsters tributed. But in this situation, I just did a YOLO situation where I'm just I'm going to use basically 7,900 of my life points to Ra. And if anything happens here, I can just use Super Polymerization and also have Rivalry of Warlords. But yeah, it was risky, but it worked. So my opponent played Harpy's Feather Duster, destroyed my spells and traps. My opponent couldn't really do anything except put that monster in defense. Then I got the True Sun God, so I played it. I got Guardian Slime, and then I used Ice Jade's effect to get rid of, to special summon Guardian Slime. And I don't care if my opponent's using Maxia unless my opponent gets that KASHTIRA Scarecrow card, I think it's called. So I summoned Egyptian God Slime, and then, yeah, my opponent left. That was really awesome. This was my first victory with the Winged Dragon of Ra after doing some tests, so I was pretty happy with that. But yeah, unfortunately my opponent left before I could see the God Blaze Cannon win animation. So yeah. But you might see it in this video. Also, I forgot that you can get the Winged Dragon of Ra icon when I have Obelisk in this one. My bad. So I used Ash Blossom on this monster. Then my opponent used Called by the Grave. So yeah. Negated. I think in the last replay you'll see Ra here. I remembered after I dueled some guy who had Ra, and I was like, true, you can get the Ra one. And there's also a Slifer one. I should have used the Slifer one in my Slifer video. Did I use a Slifer one? I don't remember. So opponent's activating all these effects and link summoning. I don't know what the hell this deck is. Abyss Keeper, sure, something. I don't know. Summon that. So here I use Pot of Extravagance because you have to use it at the start of your main phase, and if you don't, you can't use it for the rest of the turn. So I got that. So I used Raigeki. My opponent went to Synchro Summon, but I didn't mind because the Synchro gets destroyed anyway. Because no matter what the timing is, unless it says it can't be destroyed by card effects, then sure. But if it's something like activates effect, no, it doesn't happen. So yeah, destroyed. So I summoned KASHTIRA. Then my opponent used Infinite Permanence. Then here I use Called by the Grave on that Synchro just so it doesn't special summon. And also I banished it, so yeah, It's another thing. So I attacked because all these fish cards do all this summoning in the standby phase. It's pretty annoying. My opponent used Harpy's Feather Duster. What's up with everyone using Harpy's Feather Duster? My god. Then my opponent activated that effect to summon or send those back and draw a card. Then my opponent summoned that, which allowed me to banish that. Then my opponent ended their turn. I guess that's all my opponent could do. So I got Soul Crossing, which, you know, is pretty cool. Just in case my opponent summons 2 monsters, I'll just summon Ra, but my opponent left. But yeah, this isn't like mixed with Dark Magician or Blue Eyes White Dragon, by the way. It's just like... it's just a Winged Dragon or Ra deck. Might do the same for Obelisk and Slifer soon. But yeah, I think here, this is where I got the OTK with the Winged Dragon or Ra. I basically stopped this card, you know, from activating. Well, using the effect. I mean, the effect going through. And that pretty much stopped my opponent from doing stuff. Because this starts lots of stuff. But because I stopped it, I'm pretty sure my opponent couldn't really do anything else. So here, I played Polar Extravagance. Also, pay no attention to the, like, this card. I had it there, but I don't know if I can summon it. I just had it there. So anyway, I got that from my deck to my hand. I did all this. And then, yeah, Egyptian God Slime. And then I used this to get this. Now, this is something... These were mistakes I did at first. If you want to summon the Winged Dragon or Ra to gain attack equal to the tributed monsters, like the monsters you used as a tribute summon, make sure... Right here. Make sure to banish it first before tribute summoning. Don't do it after. Because if you do it after, which I did at the start, you don't gain the 3000 attack. Like, I mean, well, the tribute summon monsters, in this case, 3000 attack because Egyptian God Slime. So yeah, make sure you banish that first and then do the tribute summon. Don't do the tribute summon, then banish. No. So because of that, the Winged Dragon or Ra got 3000 attack. And then I used my effect anyway. Winged Dragon or Ra, God the Blaze Cannon! That OTK, over 10,000 damage. My god, that was so good. Reduced Senator's life points to 0. Nah, bruh, I killed that guy. What do you mean reduced life points? I reduced his life too. What do you mean? Oh, dude, that was so clean. I was so satisfied. I was like, please don't leave, please don't leave. 10,000 damage. Oh my god, that was just so nice. This is actually pretty good. So I summoned KASHTIRA, and then I tried seeing if my opponent could negate it or not. Because usually opponents will negate KASHTIRA Fenra, because they think you're using a KASHTIRA deck. But nope, I am using the Winged Dragon or Ra. Then I got the True Sun God. Played the True Sun God. I got Blaze Cannon. And then I used Ancient Chant to get the Winged Dragon or Ra. Then I summoned the Winged Dragon or Ra. Oh, so clean. And then I set down Blaze Cannon. I didn't reduce my life points because it's the first turn, just in case. My opponent's using Black Wing. Black Wing. Just, I got confused with this card's name, which is Black Whirlwind and Black Wing. So I was about to say Black Whirlwind. But anyway, my opponent used Called by the Grave on Ash Blossom. Now, because my opponent used the monster effect, I saw I saw this card that says you can send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard. Place 1 Black Feather Whirlwind from your deck face up in your spell and trap zone. So basically, that's the spell card my opponent already has. I was originally going to banish this spell card until I saw this card say, hey, you can get it from your deck to the spell and trap zone. So because of that, I decided to banish my opponent's monster. Which, I guess, stopped my opponent from doing stuff. But yeah. That's going to be the last replay, and then I'll show you the deck after this replay. And yeah, I have the Winged Dragon Ra icon now. So there's a deck I want to use now. I know it's going to be super bricky. I'll tell you when I'm showing you the deck at the end of this. So this deck is better going second, but sometimes it's alright going first. Oh, this is against Tearlaments. I destroyed KASHTIRA and Tearlaments with the Winged Dragon Ra. Bruh. I mean, technically in this match it was KASHTIRA Fenra with some floodgates, but still, it's a Winged Dragon Ra deck. Come on. It's the Winged Dragon Ra, regardless. So I summoned KASHTIRA Fenra, then my opponent did that. No Tearlaments cards were sent from the deck to the graveyard, which is always nice. I attacked and banished that spell card, and then I destroyed Tearlaments. And then I played Pot of Prosperity after, just so I can deal extra damage. I mean, not extra damage, but normal damage instead of dealing half damage. So my opponent used Ash Blossom. I used Called Back the Grave. I think I got Rivalry or Gozen. It was one of them. Because I didn't get the best cards, to be honest. See, it's not that good. Like, just nothing I can really use. Yeah, Rivalry. So I set down Rivalry, and there can be only one. I didn't bother setting down Soul Crossing because I can't use it anyway, and I don't want it getting destroyed. So I used There Can Be Only One, and also Rivalry. So, yeah. Now my opponent sends Tearlaments cards to the graveyard. My opponent can't fusion summon, because this is all they can have. Then my opponent sent that Shaddoll monster to draw a card and then set the card face down defense position. So I got Harpies for the Duster, hahaha. I attacked and banished, and then it was the Fairy Tail Snow monster, unfortunately, which should be banned in my opinion. So my opponent has like a bunch of cards in the graveyard, and summoned that, and yeah, put KASHTIRA Fenra in defense, face down defense position. But this is pretty much all my opponent can have on the field, in like just a monster. I mean, it's the only monster my opponent can have. So I attacked, made sure to get rid of that bitch, attacked directly, and then I activated. Oh no, sorry, it's Blaze Cannon, not the other Ra spell card. My opponent set down a spell and trap, but I have Harpies for the Duster. So Harpies for the Duster, Infinite Permanence. That would have been good to use in my opponent's turn, like saying good for my opponent. But I'm so glad I drew Harpies for the Duster, because now Rivalry won't be negated next turn. So yeah. Oh man, what a wild one. The Winged Dragon of Ra. Sorry, you know how Marek talks. The Winged Dragon of Ra, Kaiba. All right, this is the deck. I do love his English voice though. Yeah, but yeah, I just have these random Ice Jade monsters to special summon Guardian Slime, and then I basically use Egyptian God Slime on top of Guardian Slime, like use Guardian Slime. It's like kind of like a Link summon, but you know, it's a fusion monster. But yeah, it's based on Team Samurai X1's the Winged Dragon Ra deck, but of course I made some changes. I just have this to get some Ice Jade monsters. But yeah, obviously there's a better way to use this deck. This is the first time I've used the Winged Dragon Ra. Well, one of the first few times, because yeah, I've barely used the Winged Dragon Ra my whole life playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Because it was never that good. I mean, the monster itself, I mean, before the support and everything. Pay no attention to this, just put like another copy of Predaplant, however the hell you say that, I don't know. I don't care about the extra deck much. I only have an extra deck because of this, Super Polymerization, and the pot cards. Like Link summoning and all that with this deck, I don't care. Just my main goal is to summon Ra and deal a lot of damage. Now, the other deck I want to make right now is Obelisk and Slifer with the Winged Dragon Ra. These three together. I don't know how it's going to perform. I'm going to make the deck now and then I'll do some games with it. But yeah, I just have no idea how it's going to perform. It's going to be very, very interesting. This deck is better going second. But if you go first, like you can summon Ra and then just use your floodgates after Ra is there. So I know maybe these floodgates can stop you from doing the whole like tribute summon to summon Ra, but I try and activate them after I've already summoned Ra or a bunch of monsters. Like, yeah, just if it gets too crazy, like if my opponent's doing way too much stuff, then yeah, I will just use a floodgate, or just use it after I can summon Ra. And then there's some games where I just had Egyptian God Slime, like just battling my opponent because I had a floodgate, so I was forced to use Egyptian God Slime, but did alright. 3000 attack, my opponent couldn't summon much because of my floodgates. And yeah, alright, going to try and make a Obelisk, Slifer, and the Winged Dragon Ra deck. So Egyptian God cards. This celebration has been great. I still don't have the alternate art for Ra, so I do apologize for using the other artwork for Ra in the thumbnail instead of this one. If I eventually pull the alt art, I'll switch thumbnails because I'll make another video of the alt art. But yeah, as you can see, I don't have it. I've done all these summons and I can't get it. It's unfortunate. Alright, going to end it here for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye!